type of rest that makes you immune to burnout. Not what you think. If you've ever been completely exhausted, slept for 8 hours, taken the weekend off, or even gone on a vacation only to come back feeling like your battery is still stuck on 10%, then I want to suggest something that may completely change how you think about burnout. Because I don't think burnout is a rest problem. I think it's a survival problem. And there's a huge difference. We've been taught that if we're burned out, we need more sleep, more breaks, more downtime, and more vacations. And yes, those things absolutely matter. Your body needs to rest. But what if your body isn't the only thing that's exhausted? What if your brain has forgotten what it feels like to be safe? Most of us spend our days bouncing from one responsibility to the next. Emails, deadlines, meetings, bills, notifications, family obligations. Even the things that we enjoy start to feel like another item on our checklist. Over time, your brain begins acting though everything is urgent. Everything becomes a potential threat. Not because you're in danger, but because your nervous system never gets the message that the danger has passed. And that's where burnout quietly takes a hold. Not in one dramatic moment, but in thousands of tiny moments where your brain stays switched on, always scanning, always preparing, always surviving. Now here's where I see things differently. I believe there is a state where your brain was designed to enter naturally. I call it the play-flow state. The play-flow state isn't about acting childish. It isn't about ignoring responsibilities, and it's definitely not about wasting time. It's what happens when your brain recognizes something incredibly important. It recognizes, I'm safe. Think about it. When was the last time you were genuinely playing? Not trying to win, not trying to impress anyone, not trying to be productive. Just completely immersed in something because it was fun. Maybe you were throwing a frisbee or a disc, building something, laughing with friends, painting, dancing in your kitchen, playing with your dog, making up silly stories with your kids. Whatever it was, did you notice something different? For those moments, your mind stopped rehearsing tomorrow. It stopped replaying yesterday. It wasn't scanning for problems. It was simply present. That's the play-flow state. Now here's why I think this matters so much. Your brain is incredibly efficient. It doesn't waste energy. If you're genuinely playing, your brain already knows something. It knows you're probably not being chased by a tiger. You're probably not facing immediate danger. You're probably safe. Play itself becomes a biological sign. It's your nervous system's way of saying, we can stop surviving now. That shift is powerful because when your brain stops prioritizing survival, it suddenly has room for creativity, curiosity, connection, learning, humor, innovation, all of the things that tend to disappear when we're burned out. This is why I often say something that surprises people. Sleep restores your body. Play restores your brain. You need both. One without the other leaves part of you depleted. You can sleep for 10 hours and still wake up emotionally exhausted because your brain hasn't experienced safety. It has only experienced inactivity, and those aren't the same thing. One of the biggest mistakes adults make is believing play has to be earned. I'll play when I finish the project. I'll relax after the house is clean. I'll have fun after the busy season. But here's the problem. There's always another project, another bill, another deadline, another busy season. If play is always waiting on the other side of productivity, it might never arrive. Children understand something that we've forgotten. They don't play because life is easy. They play because it helps them navigate life. Through play, they regulate their emotions. They solve problems, they recover from stress, they build relationships, they learn resilience. Then somehow, we become adults and decide that the very thing that helped us wire our brains for resilience is suddenly optional. But I don't buy it. The beautiful part about the play flow state is it doesn't require hours. It doesn't require expensive hobbies. It doesn't require perfect conditions. Sometimes it's just 5 minutes. Throw a ball, color with your child, dance to one song, take a walk with no destination, build something, tell a terrible joke, play fetch, skip rocks, blow bubbles, notice shapes in the clouds. The activity almost doesn't really matter. The state does. You're reminding your brain, I am safe enough to play. And every time you send that signal, you're practicing recovery instead of waiting for burnout to force it on you. Imagine if we stopped asking, how much rest do I need? And start asking, when was the last time I truly played? I think we'd have fewer exhausted people, more creative people, more patient people, more connected marriages, better leaders, healthier workplaces, and happier lives. Because play is not escaping reality. It's helping your brain recover so you can return to reality with more energy, more creativity, and more resilience. So here's my challenge for you. Today, don't schedule another task. Schedule 10 minutes of play, not because you've earned it, because your brain needs it. Notice what happens to your mood, your breathing, your thoughts, your energy. You may discover that what you've been calling rest was only half of the equation. The other half was play. And once you experience the play flow state, you may never think about burnout the same way again. So if this message resonates with you, subscribe and like to help spread the word of play. Every share, every like, every new subscriber helps more people discover that play isn't a luxury. It's one of the most powerful tools that we have for living healthier, happier, and more resilient lives. Blessings. Get your play on. Tag, you're it.